Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's finish up this diamond dungeon. We got some red jewels to collect. We still haven't found that guy who he gives you a red jewel trapped in a cave. Now we have to break this barrier in order to run down this slope. And in order to do that, we have to kill all the enemies in the room. Block that. If you get shot at, you can block those bullets. So let's just progress further. I got a room full of 4. These eyeball guys are really irritating. They're one of the most irritating guys because you can't block their laser, and they actually take time to aim. Luckily, they're pretty weak. You can take them out pretty fast. Alright, sorry about that. Sometimes I have the volume up so high because like I'm usually listening to music videos or something along those lines, and I had the volume cranked up, and then when I go back to do a let's play video, the sound of the game is too high, and it makes a thumping sound. Alright, there's an enemy over here. Make sure you get this guy, because if you don't see him, you won't know he's there, and you won't kill him, and you won't get the bonus for killing all the enemies. So make sure you get this guy in the corner. That's all the enemies for this room. There's another dead body. Sucks to be one of those miner guys. Okay, now we have a dark space. Alright, it's a transformation in the wheel. Alrighty. Alright, now Gaia doesn't explain what to do at this point, but since this is a let's play, at this point you might be stumped. You might say, well, why'd I turn back in the wheel? What's there to do? And you'll go around the dungeon trying to look for stuff to do with wheel. Don't do that. What you need to do is proceed right here. If you notice his wind, the wind is blowing his hair. Charge up your Psycho Dash power and destroy this wall. There's another dark space behind it. In this one, you turn back into Friedan, which is a little weird. Where you'll also get the Dark Friar shot. And that's what we need to kill the last enemy in that previous room, so we can move that barrier out of that way and run down the slope. This is another reason why Friedan is my favorite character of the game, is because that dark shot is really useful for taking out enemies. I mean, you don't have, it saves you the trouble of having to get it near them and risk getting hit by touching them, or risk getting shot at close range, which even if you block it, sometimes they still count it. It just cuts a lot of a hassle out of dealing with the dungeons and the enemies. And also, if you collect 30 red jewels, you'll get a second additional power, like a extra ability to go with that dark shot. It's like a double aura shot or whatever, and that has a bonus of splitting into 4. And if you time it right, you can hit pretty much every enemy on the screen with it. And it's very powerful too. It takes out a lot of guys. Alright, let's make sure we get up here and kill this worm. Now you can see he shot a little ball at me. And it seeks for a little bit, but then it like loses you. Alright, charge a shot. Roast him. Then you'll be able to proceed. I had oh wait, I went the wrong way. I keep thinking that you gotta run down the opposite side, but you run down the original side. Alright, here we go. There's a miner in here, let's talk to him. Alright, there's people deep in the mine, so now you got the key. And if you remember near the beginning of the game, there was a locked mine shaft. So that's where we'll be headed next. that was unnecessary for me to run down that way. I can't understand why the computer is struggling for him to run. It's like it's having trouble reading my keystrokes or something. It's pretty irritating. And make sure you jump down that left side there. It's the quickest way to get back to the mine shaft. Alright, equip the mine key. Now you may see other ropes and stuff, but you never use those other sides. Like that other rope you see, you never go on that. It's just like graphics. So don't feel like you didn't explore the whole dungeon. Don't be like, oh, I must have missed a part. And then you didn't miss any parts. Well, there's another locked mine thing. It needs 2 keys. One's in this one and the other's in this one. I like to start with the graveyard first. It's full of those hidden worm enemies, so make sure you take all of them out. Not only to get the key, but also so you can get the bonus for leveling up. Oops. If you see, the key is shining on the floor by this corpse. Alright, that's one. But remember, just because you found the key, still kill all the enemies. Don't stop hunting until you kill everything. Block them shots. Alright, we just got a strength increase, so that's all the enemies for this room. And you can see we got a whole host in here. Now you can also, this is also a good area to practice using your shot. Which I'm not utilizing very well. But it does take time to charge up. So if you feel like just handling the guys old school style, that's fine too. It's like whatever suits your fancy, but it is nice to be able to hit these guys from across the walls. Accidentally took a whipping. Alright, it looks like I left the eyeball guy. Alright, we got the second key. In fact, you need the shot to get to him. I think he's completely blocked off. Yeah, he's in his own little pen, so make sure you charge up the shot to get him. There's no way to walk towards him. Alright, make sure you open the keys. You don't equip these. I think you just talk to it. It said I have both keys. Put them in. Yeah, don't attempt to equip them. That's, you know, you might be tempted to equip the keys because that's how you usually get through the game. But actually, you just talk to the elevator. All right, free these guys, and they'll tell you where they came from, stuff about their life. They'll thank you for saving them. And this one down here, he's actually the guy who wrote a note in the jar asking for somebody to save him, so he actually did get saved. And then he also give you the memory melody, which you'll use on Lance back in Frisia to get his memory back and progress the game. And then he also take the prison key and the melody of the wind that you got from the Incan ruins as a souvenir of your meeting. So that'll clear up your inventory a little bit. And they're just not, unlike the other guys you freed, they took off running after you freed them. These guys just stand around. So I guess they like living down there. But if it had been me, as soon as that chain was cut, I'd have been gone. I wouldn't have been, loitering around smoking a cigarette. So anyway, we still haven't got that red jewel. Let's see here. We gotta find this location. And once again, I'm doing all this by memory, so I know you need Will to get it. So let's go and transform back into Will. And there's no boss to this dungeon, so once you get the red jewels and learn the melody of the wind or whatever, see if there's a Will statue in here. There's not too much. You just get on down back to Freya. Okay. Alrighty. Let's look for that spot. I think it's down the tunnel. Remember, you'll see his hair blowing in the wind. I thought it was by a dead body, but I'm doing this from memory, so forgive me if my memory, takes me a little bit. But I'm pretty sure it was in this area, either this room or the next. All right. Okay, well, it looks like I forgot, and we're at 14 minutes on the video, so, stay tuned for the next episode where I'm gonna look for the, jewel off screen, and, I'll come back to you with the next episode. We'll, find that location and continue on with the story. We'll move on to the next town, which is not really a town. It's really you just meet your cousin. So anyway, join me for the next part of this Let's Play and this live play series. And I appreciate you watching.